all you space engineers out there, Commander Kingfish here, and it is day 54 or 55. I should have looked again. I thought I wrote it down here. Let me see. It's day 54. I did write it down. I've got some issues coming up here, and I think I need to go down because that's over by my ice mine. And I need to put some sort of protection in over there. I wasn't expecting them to be coming down over there. But I'm not sure. If they come down over here, I've got the Gatling guns in. But that drone down there, I'm not sure what it's doing. I don't know what a shakedown drone is. And then we've got the pirate salvage carrier, and it continues to move. So the shakedown drone is parked right there. So we're going to do this real quick. I'm not going to worry about piping it in. We're just going to go down. We're going to drop off. I'm going to empty this out here. And then we are going to grab, let's see, not that one. I think it's that one, right? That's the one I want. Yes, that's the one I want. Let's grab, I need 9 construction. There we go. We've got all of that. Now I need to grab some ammo, which production, let's go ahead and just make some. Oh, all right, I at least got some in inventory. Let's go down to parts. All right, let's do this again. Grab this. That's just to make sure that we've got something in down there. We're going to fly. We're just going to pop this in down there and put some ammo in. And then hopefully I'm just going to pop this right here on top. And we're going to build it out. And we are going to throw this ammo into here. That's not much. Great. All right, the Gatling turret. We want it to range out to 800. And I think everything's good except we want to target the weapons. All right. So we've got some sort of protection down there. I don't know what that drone's doing over there. There was nothing over in that area because that beacon is a ways off. I don't know what that shakedown drone's doing. It looks like it's kind of spawned out and just stopped there. So we're just going to, at least we've got a little bit of protection in case they decide they want to come down into this area here. And so we are going to fly back. We should have that protected. And I guess I need to look at getting some magnesium. I have not really done that. I've got enough ammo in these Gatling guns back over here. So we've got those in place. The other thing that I've been doing, I've been getting stuff ready to weld up. I've got a bunch of stuff in place. And the other thing that we've got to, well, I'm not sure what just happened there. I actually had a very rare game crash. So I think I am back in and up and running. Let's land over here. I honestly don't know what happened there. I was flying back after we put that Gatling gun in down there, and game just crashed on me. So we have that salvage carrier up there that's flying along. They've dropped that shakedown drone, and they've dropped that scavenger drone. And as we saw, I think that scavenger drone is just sitting there, and that is just sitting there. So I'm not sure what they are doing. So there's like 2 enemy signals there. They are now moving. And we've got a bandit. What's going on? We've got all... Holy smokes. I'm not sure what's been shooting or which ones are shooting. We've got all kinds of stuff going on here all of a sudden. All right. And they did not come out. Let's fly back down here. Let's see what's going on. Those, I don't know if we disabled them. We're going to be able to salvage them if they had come down close enough. Oh, what happened to my Gatling gun down here? Did that not save? Oh, well, we better put that in again. I should have all the parts on me. Let's try this again. 3, 7. Got a Gatling gun, Gatling turret type 2. Let's put that in there. And yep, I should have that. And let's put this ammo in. Oh, I'd already put it in there. Of course I did. All right, let's, I need to set this up. Should be targeting. We want to extend that out. And we want it to target weapons. All right. Now, let me do this real quick. Let's fly back. Let's see what happens. And hopefully, now I had turrets going off, or I thought I had turrets going off up here. But maybe not. These would not have been close enough for anything to have set them off. So maybe we were just hearing something else. Let's get back over here. Let's land. And all right, maybe they're just going to hang out there. Where did the other... And the other pirate ship just disappeared. All right. Well, we're just going to kind of keep an eye on those out there. Let's get back to building. And first thing I've got to do is adjust for my solar panels, as I always do. So let's go do that. I can get charged up while we're at it. Hit this. Control panel. Top. Solar rotors. I just don't understand why this doesn't stay over there. I have not been able to figure that out. So if we turn that down, then they should be just fine. All right, we're charged up. Let me check my hydrogen. Let's go ahead and fill the bottle. And now I can get back to what we were starting on. The other thing is I've laid down a lot of stuff that needs to be built, and that's what we're going to be working on today. So I'm going to be welding up all of these. I've got the rails in. I've got the rails in over here. I've also finished getting the catwalks laid out. I'm pretty happy with how they are in place. You can see them coming up over there. I think in the last episode we were built out to, well, we can just fly up there. We were built out to right here, and so I've got all of that in place, and I've got the railing in, all in and around here, all along that side. So I'm getting close to having the railing in. The other thing that I've got to do is, and I think the ship is close enough, but let's finish this out. Now, the last episode, I was trying to find a parabolic antenna, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't showing up. Well, I'll show you why it wasn't showing up. If we go into G and we hit progression, and let's just do antenna, and we scroll down, we can see that our antennas, let's get down here, where they at? Our antennas have not been uncovered yet. So they're still in the progression. So we've got to build a beacon. And the easiest way to do that is we are going to get the parts for a small beacon. We go down over here. And let's do this. Let's go to... let's just drop it in here's fine. Let's go to G. Beacon. Down to there, I think is fine. And then if we go to hit R, hit R again, grab our parts, there we go. I need one steel plate. Oh, I got that one steel plate, don't I? Should have. Okay. Oh, I know what it was. It was just showing me that I couldn't build there. All right, we're going to fly over to our small ship, and it is parked over here. We're just going to drop this on it real quick, and then we're going to take it off. Attach it somewhere on here. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's not going to stay there. We do that. Come down here. And we've unlocked new blocks. So let's go ahead and take this back off. All right. Now, let's come back over here. And I want to build this out. All right. And we're going to show you what we're going to do here. We're going to get our control tower or our repair dock antenna in place. And 3 radio comms. All right, let's do it like this. All right, that's been successfully put into production. Oh. Large tubes. Large tubes. Oh, what do we got here? Son of a gun. Let me look at my G menu. Oh, I got the beacon out there. Let's clear those out. Let's try this again. Let's go there and there. Let's see if we can get our parts. All right. There's all of our components. All right, over here. Let's get this built. And we got that in place. And that's done. All right. So that is rotor, just rotor number 2. So if we come down here, what I'm going to want to do is let's get in here. Let's get into our control panel. Let's go rotor number 2. We're going to want to, well, we can turn this down for one thing. That shouldn't be a problem with this one. Actually, I don't think we need to do anything on this just yet. All right. Well, we needed to get some energy anyway, I'm sure. And let's now let's go into our menu here, and let's actually change this to, yeah, this will be fine. All right, now let's go to our antenna, and we can pull down our antennas right here just like this. We've got our rotor in, so what we want to do is I want to put one of these parabolic rotors up, and I can see that I need some steel to at least get it there. So let's grab 10 of these, and I want to change that color. I think I want that to be kind of a gray or a charcoal. Let's see how that looks. Up, 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 up. Oh, you know what I want to do? I think I want to put a block on there. 1, let's go to 5. Maybe something about like that. Or no. I think I want to put something more like this on there. I would like that. I think that looks better. Let's just turn it that way for the time being. And I don't know if we want to finish that or leave that looking like it's a bracket. But let's go back over to our antenna now. And that would turn like that. Yeah, I like that better instead of sitting on the rotor. But let's see how the colors look. I either want to do that. Let's go with the charcoal on it, okay? Let's go ahead and put that there like that. And let's do that. Those are the parts that we need. Let's see if we got parts down here. 37 radio comms. I'm pretty sure I don't have those. So let's get those making. Let's see if we can get this up here and started. We just need the radio comms. Although I don't really, it's more decorative. I don't necessarily really need to complete this, but it's just one of those things I like to do. So let's see how our production is doing down here. 14, so we're getting close. 12, we're going to have to put those in. And I have a feeling once this comes online here, or should actually be online. All right, that is there. Now let's come over here and drop this. Okay. And let's set that thing up. So if we go to our control panel, hit our control panel. Let's go to our parabolic antenna. And we don't need it broadcasting that far. Somewhere around there should be more than enough. And this will be repair docking station. Spell it right. All right, that's in place. So that should be good. Now let's go to our rotor. I kind of like this little effect that I do with this. Now let's, we've got that. We just need to kick this up a little bit, our velocity. And that's a little fast, I think, but we'll take a look. I don't think we need to really do anything else. So let's see how that's doing. I can hear it rotating up there. And that is, it's not too bad, I think. We could bump that up just a little bit more. And then the next thing we have to do is bring in rotor. The next thing we have to do is bring in our super tanker that is sitting out there waiting to come in. So let's, that's torque. Let's let's bump this up to maybe 1.25. And that should be pretty good. So let's hop out, look at that. All right, I like that. Okay, so our next challenge is we have a super tanker sitting out over here. So let's go bring it in. Let's bring it into the dock. and it is parked. I can see the lights on it. And I'll actually go through this. I spent quite a bit of time building this thing, and so now it is out here ready. I actually built it over in creative just so you can kind of see it, but you can kind of see the super freighter look on it. So let's go inside. Once we get it over to the docking station and docked in over there, I will give you a tour of the ship, which I'm kind of excited about this. I thought this had turned out pretty good in the end. This area in here is all airtight. So let's go up to the captain's chair and let's hop in. Everything's currently off. So if we do this, let's the batteries are on auto. Let's go ahead and turn the engines on. Turn the nuclear power generators on. Turn the gyros on. Turn this on. And turn this on. Now let's unlock. And we should start coming up. Now this ship is built specifically for low gravity. So we're ever going to be slowly going up because it's all ion thrusters. So we can fly around out in space and be able to navigate amongst the stars, but we can't land on any planets like planet Earth or anything like that. All right, we are moving along. We got to come in slowly here. So if we swing over this away, and we can start getting lined up. Start swinging it around. This is a big ship. We need to come down a little bit. Now we are going to land. We've got metal landing pads, and we're going to land on that strip right in the middle of the docking station. This docking station was somewhat set up with ships like this in mind. So let's pull forward. And we'll get this into the docking bay here. Not sure what that was. Oh, I know what that was. You know what I got to do? Hold on here. Before we pull in. Well, I think we're okay, actually. I think what I probably did was hit that little thing coming out the side. That was built specifically to be able to put it into a projector. My antenna, let's come down a little bit. That antenna should fit in there. Down a little more. All right, we're looking good so far. what. Something is... Oh, I wonder. It shouldn't be. Well, let's get this in here. I wonder if my ion thrusters are... Yeah, I think my ion thrusters are damaging something. I thought I had enough clearance in there with them. So hopefully we can get this in and dock before too much damage is done. All right. Of course we can't see from that direction because of all of the... All right, so I think that has to come over a little bit this way. And that should be lined up right there, somewhat, I think. Come up to the front so we can see our landing pads. Oh, I think we've gone a little too far forward. Let's go back a little bit. All right, tricky maneuvering this thing. Oh, okay. All right, now I can see where we're at. All right, we should be able to... Let's set this thing down. It says it's ready. All right, pop back inside, click ready. We've got those locked. We can turn off our engines. We can turn those off. 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 And we can set this thing to auto.
No fuel.
Yep. But it should be charging. So we should be good. Because everything is off. Yeah, everything's going to be offline here. But you can kind of see this is the navigation, the control area. We've got these will have graphs on it. I'll turn these back on again later. But for now, I need to go down and see what... Oh. You know what? I guess I better...
Fuel.
Better turn these to putting the batteries on. But I've got the nuclear, so they're not using any of the uranium. This still should be charging, since it should be connected in, but the rest of the stuff is off. So let's hop out of here. All right. So let's start up here. So we've got, this is like navigation, this area. So this is the bridge. And we've got stuff in. Again, this is a super freighter, as you can see by the size and length. But it's an old one. It's one of the oldest ones in the fleet. So we've got this in place up here. So if we come down through here, this is all... This area up here, the bridge, and here is all airtight. So we've got oxygen. This is the shower facilities. Now this is set up so a crew, this is only for a crew of about, let's close this, of about 5 or 6. So we've got the living quarters. This is the captain's quarters down here, and I've got this all in place. You know, so he's got a bed, he's got a locker, kind of a, you know, like a little, I don't want to say bar, but a beverage area. Maybe, you know, consider it kind of a kitchen, a mini kitchen. Here's the crew quarters. So again, you're going to have half the crew that will be running the ship, and then the other half can be in and sleeping, and they will alternate. If we come back down here, this is kind of a galley. You've got a medical room here, which is right here, so you can kind of get healed up and stuff. You know, you've got a table, whatnot, a kitchen. So this is all in here. That's a storage area over on this side over here. So if we go in here, so this is kind of a storage area for parts and whatnot. So we've got this all in place. Now, if we go outside, this is below deck. And let's make sure those are open and closed. So this is where the batteries, and we've got the nuclear reactors here, the gyros that handles the ship, and so these are all in place right here. And we need to do a little investigating, but we've got the main focus of this ship is for delivering hydrogen. And so we've got all of these hydrogen tanks on here, and we can walk around up here on the outer deck. We've got one large industrial size or cargo container, which you can haul some odd stuff with it. But let's do this. One of the things I needed to do was remove this. So we're going to do that right now. And then we can check to see what was exploding on our, as we were coming in. And I've got a feeling it was this section right here. So I thought we had enough space in there, but let's go ahead and repair these up. Because obviously when I built this, I built it over in creative, because it was just massive. So it would have taken me forever to have built this out. And so I thought I had enough room in here, but apparently I didn't allow. So these are going to, let's take a look at what happens if I take this out. Yeah. We can make an alteration here. What we're going to do is we're going to do this. So that seems to be the area. If I'm assuming that if we can do this, something like this, let's take 8. And that will go in right there like that. If we do let me do this. Let me go to one of my colors that I'm not using. Let's go there. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit Shift P. And let's put something like this across here like that. And I'm hoping that we do this, that will take care of our section here that is getting destroyed by the ion thrusters. So this is the first real test in survival. So we've kind of got these in place right here. So hopefully that's going to take care of that. All right, so you've seen a tour of the ship. And it's in dock for repairs, and we just did some repairs on it. So we've got this pretty well ready. So it's going to sit here while we finish out the dock. And I've got a lot of welding to do. And I'm not sure what those... Looks like those ones went away. We've got that one scavenger drone over there. We might go and investigate that. I want to make sure I have some sort of ammo or something on me in case it's armed, but it shouldn't be. I think that scavenger drone should just be, it shouldn't have any weapons or anything. So we might do that a little bit later, or maybe the next episode. So let me get busy building this stuff out. I've got a lot of building to do here, and I've been doing a lot of talking in this first part. So we've had quite a bit of stuff to do. So let me go ahead and get building this stuff out, and then once I get that done, I will catch back up with you at that point. Well, just to kind of give you a bit of an update, I did get the catwalks done all the way across to here, and I got the ladder in on this side. The only thing I still have left to do over here is to put in the braces for these catwalks, which I'm using panels. So that's all I have left to do on this side. But I just wanted to give you an update on where I was at, on what I've been getting done. So far, nothing new has transpired with the space pirates, so we're pretty good there. Here in a little bit, we're going to go out there and take a look at that drone, and we're going to kind of see what it's all about. We'll empty our inventory, and maybe we'll just end up scavenging that thing. So, but it's out there, but I still have all of the railings. I have everything out front to build. So let me get back at it here, but I just want to kind of give you a bit of an update on where I was at with our getting these things in place. So let me see here. So what I'm going to do is, these are just single, so I'm not going to build these out, just a single steel. Let's see, how much do I have on me? None. Well, that's probably not a good thing. So let me go grab some steel. Let me get back at that, and I will catch up with you here in a little bit. All right, this catwalk is completely done over on this side. I've got the braces in, and I think those look okay. It gives you the appearance that you've got something holding these catwalks up, and I think that's what the important factor was there. The ladder is in on this side, and the catwalk's done all the way across. So now let me get back over here, and we'll do this catwalk. Let me start here like this, and we're just going to, I am going to just, oh, I forgot to put the rails in around here. We'll get to that. I'll get that. So if we do that, and then we do that, and I know I could just stand and hit the one, but this kind of lets me know how far I need to go and that sort of thing. So let's go down and grab the parts for this, which we should be able to get them right here. That is all connected in. Weld this up. This kind of give you an idea of what I've got going here as I'm welding all of this stuff up. And so I'll just come along here. I'll do all of this across. And then once I get this all welded across and the ladders
Energy
in,
low.
I will then put those braces in. So let me go ahead and grab what I need, and we'll just do it like this. What? And then I can go grab some energy and grab the parts that I need. All right, I'll catch up with you here in a little bit. Well, I think I've got the other catwalk all done. I got
Energy low.
Of course. Let me go get charged up, and then we'll kind of talk about that catwalk. We'll just inspect it, make sure it is in good shape, and then we should be able to move on to the rails. I'm actually probably might call the video good right here, since we had so much in the beginning. Don't want these to be too long. So let's get charged up here. We'll kind of inspect what we've got done today and what's left to do over here. I think the next episode, I hope to get this repair docking station all done. And then we can move on to the fueling station for the hydrogen ship. And we'll be able to move it over there. And remember to grab the bottle. There we go. All right, let's go check things out on what we got done today. So if we fly up over here, we got our radar in for the docking station. If we start right down here, let's just climb the ladder so we can kind of see how this will work. So in order to get up to this upper catwalk, I went with ladders, and that seemed to be about the best choice and the most efficient choice for trying to get up to the top to these catwalks up here. And I was able to put it in and face it right here to where when you get up here, you get up here on the catwalk. And so this is the one that I just built. And so if we kind of go along, you can see I've got the supports in for it, so it gives you some stability. And this is all built in along through here and around here. So I put this catwalk in. I was actually kind of pleased with what I ended up with around here. I wasn't sure what I was going to end up doing. Come on, let's get out of here. So I was able to put these catwalks in around, and then I put supports under the ones over there and the ones here, and so it looks like you've got support for those catwalks. And then if we come over here, let's drop down, and we can walk on down again around the lights. We've got the supports in, and then if we come down here, then we've got our ladder, and so we'll come down and climb down to the bottom. And so that's how these catwalks work. And I'm pretty happy with the way they came out. And once we get down to the bottom, we can take a look towards the top. And we got to jump off of here. There we go. And so yeah, so that catwalk's all in, and then that catwalk's all in over there on that side. Now I've got railings in, part of the railings in. I've got to build them out, and I probably will do those offline. But once I get these railings in and built out and a little more decorations around the bottom, I'd be pretty happy with the way the docking station has come out. So you can kind of see, you just kind of get in it on this metal. I probably could have gone with 2 wide here, but 1 wide really kind of balanced out. It would have either had to go 1 wide or 3 wide, and that might have worked out as well. But I kind of like the one wide. I think it just gives a little more character with that being open through there. And if we come around through here, so I didn't get all of this built out. We'll get this all built out next time, but I think that's about all I have left to do out here in the docking station. And then it'll be on to getting the fueling station set up for the super tanker, and that'll be over on the other side, and getting a communications center set in, and then kind of finish out this docking bay here, and I think that'll just about wrap this base up. So we're making progress. We're getting closer. All right, let's hop up here. I'm going to want to get a screenshot up here anyway. I really think that looks good. Oh, so you're probably wondering, the IMSC, that's Intergalactic Mining and Salvage Company, and the 307 is my area code, so for the great state of Wyoming. So there we go. So we've got the ship in. Again, that ship, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. It took me quite a bit building it out, but I think it looks pretty good as well. Again, we'll get to see it when I move it over to fuel up the hydrogen tanks, because they'll get their hydrogen loaded from which one is it? This one right here will load all the hydrogen. So we'll get that over there, and what I'm going to end up doing is probably putting some sort of piston setup so that you raise the ship kind of comes in and will settle in there, and we'll raise the piston, and then it'll lock on, and then that can fill up the hydrogen tanks. Probably the other thing I need to do is set up these tanks to bring on the hydrogen, and so that they are stockpiling it, because this is a hydrogen tanker, super tanker. It should stockpile all of that hydrogen, and then when it gets over to its destination, wherever that might be, it will unload maybe certain tanks, or maybe all of them, just depending on where it's going to. So delivering the hydrogen. All right, well, let's get back over here, and I think we'll wrap this video up right about here. And I think this is kind of looking to be somewhat of my screenshot, something like this. All right, well, all you space engineers out there, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the video. And please subscribe. That will really help out the channel. Okay, space engineers, keep your heads low, keep building away, and don't get shot. And with that, Commander Kingfish is out of here, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.